Bye. Feedback. Getting feedback. Don't like that. TikTok feedback. It's YouTube feedback. I thought it was YouTube. really. It's as good as I'm gonna get. Okay. Me setting up the stream. Hey Pillowcase, how you doing? You too, JS? A while to get set up, but it looks like it's. I'm just check the. Make sure it looks okay. Yeah, you can see everything clear enough, I think. Hey, Quays. Good morning to you. So, not built out my watch list just yet. About to do that. Do I think, so Kesh, I'm using DAS Trader Pro. So, that window here, this chart, and of course what you're seeing there, which is the little black piece, is my profit and loss on the day. That's DAS Trader Pro. However, the bit in the middle with the ticker names, with the stock names, this is my scanners. This is my scanners, and that's Benzinga. And then, of course, at the bottom is my face. Can't have my stream without my face. We've got 3 on the watch list as far as I'm concerned right now. Whether I trade Twitter or not is open for debate. Got the SPY slightly down. We've got the Nasdaq slightly down. Peru looking for a continuation from yesterday. Twitter. The dolphin. What is the name of the trading software? DAS Trader Pro. DAS as in direct access software. So it depends on how much I trade. So I pay 150 $150 a month for using DAS Trader with Interactive Brokers, but I also have to pay just slightly less than that if I'm using it with Capital Markets. But Capital Markets refund me that if I sure this month I won't have to pay for it. They refund me. They charge me the data fees and platform fees, and then they refund it me the first of the next month. And that depends on how much, provided my commissions reach a certain level, it depends how much I've traded. But for yesterday alone, for example, my commissions and stoppages and commissions and fees and stuff were over $800. So yeah, I won't have to pay platform charges this month. But I prefer to direct access software. You tend to wherever you go, unless your broker charges you for it, provides you for it at a discounted level. Best software you pay for anyway. The proprietary platforms are usually provided free for a reason. Which stock do I prefer to buy today? Well, guys, it depends on which one moves up. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at Veru again for a continuation. It's above the VWAP and it's held most of its gains from yesterday. It's actually held all its gains from yesterday because it's already up 7% on yesterday. It did move up above 6. We traded it after hours. Did we trade it after? I don't know if you've seen my video on YouTube, but we traded it after hours and made a pretty penny with it. Yeah, I'm looking for a continuation. Now, I was looking for a continuation with Veru on Tuesday, but then the short sellers came in and it sold off from the open. Well, just before the open, it sold off and never looked back. So the fact it was on the short sale restrictions list yesterday, which means short sellers couldn't short it, it meant that, was that question I'm asking, was that the reason that it continued to move up yesterday and we got a delayed continuation from Monday? It's not on the short sellers list today, I don't believe, so let's see if it moves up today or not. Dolphin Entertainment is moving already, Twitter's moving, and I'm watching Veru for a continuation. So those are the three stocks that I'm looking at this morning so far. Guys, I've got more people in the stream than I've got likes. How is that even possible? You know the drill by now. You come on the stream, you tap the screen 10 times to announce your arrival. Come on. Should have over 100 likes already. I've got 2. You're doing me dirty here. You are, but what is it? You don't like my stream? Is it? Have I got the wrong deodorant on or something? That you're not tapping the screen and giving me likes? I mean, come on, guys. The reason I ask you to do that is, as you enter the stream, just tap it 10 times. The reason I ask you to do that is it shows engagement on the stream, and that encourages the TikTok algorithm to push it out to more users. And the more users we get, the better conversations we can get going in the stream, and we can push the stream out to more people. So it just helps with the algorithm. In short, the short answer is. Are you snoring? We've got the snorer back. Morning, NASA. How are you doing? Hope you're having a fine Monday, Thursday. Dolphins up 27%. At some levels. All these lines I've drawn this last one. We traded this all the way up to 1670s yesterday. $16 is key. See this level here. It's a support area, but resistance area. So you can see how key $16 is there. And also 25, pretty much where it's at. See resistance at 25. When I zoom in here, see it. Just mapped it out based on already. So it moved up to 16s, was rejected at 16s after I was like yesterday, pulled down and found support at 16.25 before it then moved up again. What we've found is it's come back down. It's found support at 16.25 before moving back up, sort of 15.25 before moving up to 16s where it was rejected, and resistance at 16, and then it's come back down and now it's finding resistance. A little bit of support first, but then resistance at 15.25 again. So it's ranging above and below that $1/4 level. Trying to use it as support. So key levels. That again on the 1 minute. Look at it on the 1 minute. It's even more evident. But, yeah. But it's important just to pre-market while it's quiet. It's a good time to build your watch list based on the fundamentals, i.e., what's moving up, on what volume, on what catalyst, etc., etc. And then when you've built your watch list, you take your watch list and start mapping out key areas of support and resistance for when you start trading it. It's a good way to start. You're still in PTE, Quez? I'll have a look for you. There's no volume. It just traded sideways yesterday, as you know. It sold off at the open, traded sideways, sold off pre-market yesterday. It's slightly down, but there's no volume there. 25 cents. It's just polarity. Just nothing happening there right now. A cent down from where it closed yesterday. Hey Darren, how you getting on? Good to see you back, as always. Mullen Motors as well. Yeah, I can have a look at Mullen for you. Again, low volume, small range on the 1 minute. We're currently 237. Let's look at it on a higher time frames for a bit of action. Get rid of these lines because they're a bit distracting. Okay, so this is on the 30-minute chart, and you can see it's just been ranging sideways. It's in a downwards kind of trend at the moment, but it's been ranging sideways mostly. Between kind of 230 and 240. So for me, if this can get above 250, it can then start being a little bit more bullish, but it has to get over 250. You have to get a 10-cent move on this. A 10 cents on a $2 stock, looking at 5% move. So you needs to be moving 6% upwards on the day. Mullen's not looking overly. Let's look at it on the daily. What's the longer term trend? It's not looking very strong. Kind of this level around 350 is extremely important. But before we can even talk about 350, got to get above 250. And this bouncing level around $2. Got this descending. So we had this whole huge sell-off at the beginning of the year, and then we had a little bit of a bounce, and now we're getting lower highs. We're getting lower highs, but we're getting this flat bottom. The lower highs with a flat bottom is a descending triangle, and descending triangles typically will break downwards. That's not looking very strong. Yeah, well, if you're looking at the daily chart, it's, I mean, the patterns that are setting up on the daily, it's this descending triangle here is very bearish. So if you're in it, be careful. What trading platform am I using? I'm using this trading platform, which is DAS Trader Pro. DAS. The acronym is Direct Access Software. So DAS Trader Pro. That's the platform. No problem, Coffee. That's exactly what I'm here for. Not a lot of movement just yet. As you can see on the scanners, got one, there's only Dolphin, which is an NFT stock, if my memory serves me right. I traded this a few times last year. So Dolphin Entertainment, when NFTs broke last year, this was big into that. TCAT, Dolphin, or TCAT's in there as well. They tend to trade in sympathy with each other. Dolphin's got Q4 results. Let me just see if there's news with TCAT, and that will be the other way around. Or is it just the Q4 results? No, Q4 earnings from both TCAT and Dolphin. And they tend to, if there's anything to do with NFTs, let's see. Watching NFT stocks, or TCAT, Dolphin, Art, CRTD, DraftKings, Inco, all of these. So these are all NFT stocks, and they tend to trade out in sympathy with each other when they do trade. Dolphin is the leader at the moment, and currently 24% up on the day, 23% up on the day. So that's on the watch list, but you can have a look at the rest of them. As you can see there's a huge list of them. That's WiseKey. All of these tend to be moving in the same direction. So you get one of these NFT stocks, the whole sector tends to, if one pops, the whole sector tends to move. If you miss the move on one of them, then you can jump on the rest of them, and they will trade with sympathy. You can jump on the rest and get a smaller, usually a smaller move, but you can get a move that moves in sympathy. What stocks do I trade? It depends. Whatever's moving. Coffee. I'm gonna find a stock that's moving with volume, then that's what I'll trade. I don't get married to a particular stock. I'm not one of these. I'm not part of this millennial Reddit crowd that, you know, jump on a meme stock and hodl for my life. That's not what I do. I trade momentum intraday. So if a particular stock's got momentum today, then I'll trade that. If it's not got momentum, I won't trade it. It doesn't matter whether I've traded it previously or not. I won't. I was tempted last night, but I won't hold overnight. Not these stocks. I may swing trade other stocks, but I'm not looking for long-term investments when I'm looking at day trading. Swing trading is slightly different, but you get more involved with the fundamentals with swing trading, and value investing is different again, because you're looking at just invest and dollar cost averaging. Stab. What is it with you and these penny stocks? Price 34 cents. Moment, let's have a look at higher time frame. 34 cents. And its little sell-off yesterday. Moved up at the open, then sold off, and it's been trading sideways since. So finished at 34 cents yesterday. It's trading 34 cents now. Let's have a look at it on the daily. Let's see what the daily. Oh, that's a horrible chart. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I mean, look at that. From a daily perspective, if you're in this long term, I don't know why. You should have cut your losses a long time ago. This is since last summer, it's done nothing but sell off. The trend is downwards. It was up at $7 back in July last year. It's now 33 cents, and that says everything about this particular stock. I don't know if you're in it, or if you're looking at it, or you know somebody that's trying to pump it, but this stock needs someone to come with a bottle of oxygen and breathe life into it, because right now it's looking very weak. Yes, I did, Jack. Well, Jack 1797. I did continue last night. Now, after hours, I probably made more after hours. Probably made about 2,000 after hours. Well, gave a little bit back, and that's when I decided to stop. But yeah, and I recorded it. It's up on YouTube. Do I have many long-term investments? Yeah, that's exactly what I do. That's what I do with my gains from day trading, is I put them into long-term investments, Jack Sessi. So I've got long standings with well, I've actually got 4 crypto coins that I'm holding long-term. Shiba Inu's up today after being launched on Robinhood yesterday. So I'm not holding Shiba long-term. I did make some nice coin out of that last week, pun very much intended, last year. But I'm holding 4 cryptos. I've got some ETF holdings, and I'm holding 2 large cap companies as well. I've got them set for dividends that I get with them to reinvest the dividends. I'm not actually taking dividends as earnings with those companies at the moment. I will, of course, look to take those dividends as earnings when I do retire in a few years. Where is on the move again? Got this tightening, coiling, if you will, in terms of 1 minute around the 1525. Now breaking that resistance at 1575, the $0.75. So now $16 is important. There's a number of good if you, as I say, do your research, but there's a number of good stocks that do decent dividend payouts. But what I would suggest is, if you're new to investing, start off with investing in index-linked ETFs, so that way you're not having to put all your money in a single stock. I didn't buy any single stock until I had some additional money to start off with. So what you're able to do is, it gives you diversification off the bat. You buy it, I'll never retire. Well, I'm actually looking for a place this summer. I'll be looking for a place in Spain this summer. So whether I retire there or not is another matter. But I will be potentially looking at getting somewhere in Spain. Jack Sessi, yeah, start off with ETFs to start off with, and then I'm going to zoom in on. It'll be interesting. There we go. We've broke the 16. We want to test it. Come back and test it as support. Brad's hit the scanner. Right Aid. This has just hit the scanners as well. So let's have what the Q4 earnings it looks like. Or anything else. Q4 earnings. Bad. Who's Ergain hit the scanners? This is Ergain. And it's just hit the scanners, so we're looking at why. It's secured a multi-million-dollar contract. So Ergain shares are trading higher after the company was selected by a US-based water utility company to improve the connectivity of its fleet. That's Ergain data. Oh, it's only 10 million flow. It's not bad. Relative volume. So Ergain's got good relative volume. Right aid. Possibly. Have a look at the chart. That needs more volume. Let's look. Interesting. Peru's now up. Right, here's where we're looking for. So the next green candle to make a new high, and we'll take it at the start of it. That went without me. Peru's looking good this morning. Got an hour before the market opens, and it's making a move to the upside, which is the high of pre-market was 1678. So this is the pre-market high we're about to test. So we went up to last night after hours. Not so much the pre-market high as the out of session high. What are my thoughts on trading Forex? I don't trade Forex. It's a lot more risky. So very few people make money. Less than 5% of people that trade Forex make money. It's a very risky game because again, it's like trading. It's like trading index. It's like trading futures on the stock market. You have to take huge leverage to capitalize on a small percentage change, and that for me is a bit risky. Whereas similar thing with crypto futures. The reason I don't trade crypto is two reasons. On an intraday basis, I do trade crypto. Just on an intraday basis like this, I just find stocks are easier to judge and trade because you get better percentage swings. You get more range. So the things that I'm looking for when I'm picking a trade, when I'm selecting a stock, are volatility and volume. Those are the two main criteria that I'm looking for. Volatility and volume. Now with crypto, you can get huge volume. So if you go to Bitcoin on any given day, you can get huge volume. It turns over in millions. It really is. But so does Bank of America in a similar way. Now, for certain crypto coins, a good move on a high volume crypto coin is going to be 10-15%. Whereas a good move on a low volume crypto coin, you could get hundreds of percentage. You know, you can get 500, 600, 700%. You can get that with stocks, but you can get that with stocks on high volume. So you've either got the volume or you've got the volatility. The volatility comes with less volume in crypto, I've found. And it's the lower price, lower caps coins that have that volatility. Whereas in stocks, you get the volume and volatility together, which makes the breakouts a little bit more reliable. Holding this to $16. Benzinga is a web-based application. So the answer to your question is yes. But it's web-based. So you can log in on your phone, you can log in on your iPad, your tablet, you can log in on your laptop. Benzinga is web-based. It's a web-based interface. So wherever you are, you can log in there. And if you've only got your laptop to trade, you can log in on Benzinga on your phone for the scanners. That's one way of doing it. That will give you multiple screens. I want to see this bounce at 16. I don't want to see it below 16, because I'll get out. I was late to the trigger getting in, and I should have exited for break even. But this is why I actually do trade better when I'm not chatting on the stream, because I'm not giving it all this distracting me. It's right at 16. Well, I'm going to stop trading very pre-market. It's faked me out 3 days in a row pre-market. Actually, this didn't fake me out. It's that little flag set up there was spot on. I just didn't enter at the right time. Like to enter, push the button too late. And this is the thing: is to be really profitable, you need to be concentrating on the patterns. When you see a pattern forming and you're waiting for the breakout, you need to be able to pull the trigger. Ready. You need to have your orders set, ready. 1620, you know. 1620 is giving a little bit of distance on the way back up. Yeah, you can use Benzinga on the Mac, no problem. I've not used DAS on the Mac, so I would go onto the if you're looking at Dash Trader, the platform that I'm using to trade right now. If you look at Dash Trader, then go to the website. You can find the link in my link tree. Go to the website and just check what platform it's compatible with. I don't know. I've never used it on the Mac. I've only used it on the PC. I know there is a web platform, but I've never used that either. So might be worth if you're going to try it out, free, do the trial. Choose whichever platform suits you best. Yeah, right side's looking good, Josh. I get it. Yeah, so a little hole we need to fill for later. Okay, right. Is there a book that I would recommend? There's a whole bunch of books that I would recommend if I'm being completely honest. What books did I use? What books did I read? Because that's how I kind of taught myself. Was a large portion of that was self study. Of course, you want to YouTube, and you can watch a few people and do it that way, but only gives you part of the story. So there's a number of different books I would recommend. Andrew Aziz is a good author that I found was a good author. So he's got a couple of books that I used. One was How to Day Trade for a Living, and then there's a two-parter which is there's a two-parter with Andrew Aziz, which is day trading, and then advanced techniques in day trading. And then there's Jake Berenstein as well. The Complete Day Trader, I think that was called. Yeah, just Google is your friend. There's quite a lot of good books that you can pick from. Good morning to Miami, Florida. Where do I see Gush in the near future? Let me have a look at that. Oh, it's looking fairly strong. It's low volume, so from a swing trade perspective, maybe I'd have to look at the fundamentals. But the daily's not looking too bad. If I just zoom out, it's looking quite strong on the daily. You see, so it's just it's in a continuous upwards trend. It's currently 185. So yeah, that's looking. I like the daily chart. The intraday chart, it's down on the day for an intraday trade. For trading today, there's no trade because it lacks the volume. It's slightly down on the day. It's 1% down, so it wouldn't be something I would trade intraday. But if you're looking at long-term investment or maybe in a swing trade, then the daily chart's looking quite good. I'd have to look into the fundamentals of it if I was going to invest long-term, but just on the daily for the last couple of months, it's looking good. If I check the weekly chart, yeah, it's looking fairly strong. Right? So I wouldn't say no to Gush. I'm not surprised Berry's going on the third day because it moved up on a great catalyst on Monday, and then the shorts took over, which when it sold off on Tuesday, we had that huge pullback, if you will. But relatively speaking, if you zoom out on the week, it still held 50% of its gains from the previous day, even though it was a huge sell-off, and a lot of people got caught in that sell-off and lost money on it. If you'd bought at the start of the move on Monday and you'd held through the week, even with the sell-off on Tuesday, you'd still be in profit. So when it was on the short sale restrictions list yesterday, the short sellers couldn't come in and push it down, so it moved up and it went higher again. So what you may see at the open is a bit of a short squeeze. If any of those short sellers from the previous day were looking, they might have to cover because they're, in deep water at the moment. Maybe that's what happened last night. I have to let's have a look at the the short interest on this one, because that could be a key component of whether it moves or not. So we've not got a huge short flow. It's only a 5% short flow with Varian. So the shorts aren't really likely to be taking control of this. If it stays bullish, it could go on to all-time highs. And I was mapping out this the highs on this couple of yesterday, and I was looking at the highs from 2021 last year, from February last year. We got all-time highs up at $24, $24.57. So we've got a little bit of resistance at kind of 18.50. We've got a bit of resistance at 17s, which is where we are right now, pretty much in terms of pre-market highs. Then there's no key resistance levels, like I say, up until 2170s, and then up to 2550s. So Veru could very well move up into the 20s today if it continues to be bullish, and that's a big caveat. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Darren, that's a lot of platforms are going to be like that. Check out Sterling Trader. I'm not sure if Sterling has a Mac option or not. I don't use Mac. The only thing I use Apple for is my iPad. I can't comment on whether a platform works well on Mac or not. Sorry. I think Gush will be the same as before the pandemic. Let me get my trading view and have a look at the chart for the pandemic. Oh gosh. On the daily. Let's look at it before. I think, did we have some kind of stock split with Gush? It's got huge values up for the pandemic. It'd be like $72,000 a share back in 2015. But realistically, I'm thinking there's some kind of share splits going on there that are the reason for those prices. So it's giving the price in real terms. So before the pandemic, 2020. Well, that went up to, that was up at over $1,000 a share. It could. Will it? I'm not sure. We were up at February 2020, we were 689. So I'd have to look at the fundamentals. It's looking strong right now, but will it get back to kind of 4 figures per share? I don't know. I have to look at the fundamentals and make a judgment call. And just do your own research. Yes, ATR is perking up. Did well with that yesterday. Look at ATR. It's still down on the day. It's held most of its gains from yesterday and the day before. Well, this started off on Tuesday. It was down at kind of under $4. Now $5.54. So it's held most of its gains. ATA could have another continuation today, so it's worth keeping on the watch list. I've got it on my screen there, but will it be worth trading? Let's see. Same things with Veriom. I'm going to wait till one of these is up at least 10% and 15% before I start trading. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious today. Having said that, having already lost $460 pre-market. But do as I say, not as I do, guys. That's all I'm going to say about trading. Do as I say, not as I do. I do take a lot more risks than I should do. I'm not risk averse enough. Now, I'm an aggressive trader, which, to be fair, that helps me in terms of the gains that I make are bigger. But I also make big losses, as last week is a testimony to. And as the last 2 weeks have been a testimony to. And that's because I'm a much more aggressive trader. So just be careful about that, guys. To be consistently profitable, it's better to trade smaller and don't risk huge portions of your capital. Now, I'm able to risk larger portions of my capital because I've got a lot more in reserve. Whereas most people that get into the markets, you're starting with a small account of kind of $5,000-$10,000, and if you blow it up, you're gonna have to save up before you can start again. Whereas that's where I was. Where I am now is I've got a reserve that I can just replenish that. And I was contemplating doing that on Fridays, putting another 25k into the account and restart in April with 30k. I'm now at 15k. Where are we starting today? Yeah, 15k was what we started. 14,878 is where we're starting today. We're still 15 grand down on the month, but we've now got, with 10 today included, 11 trading days left of the month, we've got a chance to actually not only make that back but get profitable on the month. No, it's not a separate short float, it's a percentage of the actual float is short. Jack. So for example, if it's a 10 million float and it's 10% short, that means that a million of those shares are shorted, they're borrowed for shorting. It depends. So I've got my hot button set up and my hotkeys set up for default share size as opposed to value. So I just took 1,000 shares there of Veru, and I wasn't. See, if we're looking at this chart here on Veru, this initial move up, we see the volume coming in down here, and then this move up, we get this pullback on lower volume, and that's a good indicator that the bulls are in charge. Okay, so we get this pullback, it pulls to 16. What I said is it broke $16. I wanted to see it come back and retest it as support, which is exactly what it did. So I'm then looking for the next candle to make a new high, which is the high of this candle was 16.16. So ideally I should have got in at 16.17. The break of that high is 16.17, and you can see as that happened, where the volume came in was huge volume push, and it went all the way up to, what's the high of this candle? 16.55. So you got a 40-cent move almost on that on that move. Now I jumped in much too late. I got in there at 16.38. So I'm already 20 cents late pulling the trigger because I'm too busy gassing and chatting on the stream. If I'm too late, and I watched it pull back a little bit, and I thought, okay, well, I'll get in now for the micro pullback for the move up. And I only got a 20 cent. It moved up to 16.62 from where I got in at 16.38. And I should have pulled the trigger, but I was waiting to test the all-time highs up there at 16.78. Let's say all-time highs, the week's highs, yesterday's highs. And then when it pulled back, I should have got out for break even. You know, first candle to make a new low is this candle here. As soon as this breaks below this candle, that's when I should have got out. So those are the exit signals, and I didn't because I'm too busy gassing on stream. So I thought, okay, I'll hold it till $16, and if it breaks below $16, that's when I'll exit, and that's what I did. So just giving you an insight into my weird brain and setup. So where we should have got in and where we should have The break of 16, I've already mapped out the key area. Break of 16 was important, but to come down and test it as support, which it did, then looking for the next candle to break a new high, which is this one. You can see it's confirmed with the volume that comes in. And then if we got in where we should have got in, we could have taken some profits up there. Or even if we didn't take profits, we'll wait for the exit indicator, which is the next candle to make a new low, which would have been this one. So we would have still got a 20-cent move. DCA is always tempting when we are making a loss, but going double down if things go. So I don't understand what you mean by that, Leonard. Sorry, I don't understand the question or the statement. Buy high, sell low, fams. Tip of the century. Absolutely. All the smooth-brained apes are doing that these days. I think that's the fashionable thing to do, isn't it? No, I buy and sell. I buy and sell limit orders. So I've got limit orders. So I actually buy the. Funnily enough, I buy the bid and I sell the ask, but I have a leeway on that. So I'll buy the bid plus 10 cents and I'll sell the ask less 10 cents. So I get the best limit orders. BFRI, let's have a look at that. Made a nice move yesterday, but that being said, that's my F. I lost money on it. Hard to trade. Is this the one that was? I can't recall. Is this the one that halted a couple of times yesterday? Let's have a look. Yeah, this is the one that halted during the day a couple of times. Yeah, I tried to trade this and I lost money. I lost about $1,000 on this one yesterday. And so when this came back down, I think when I lost money, it was on the break of the VWAP. Tried to get in and it pulled back. I got in for the break of the VWAP, pulled back to the VWAP, moved up. I got in there and it flushed against me and I lost money. I tried another one a little bit later and lost money then as well. So yeah, it's been choppy sideways since yesterday. Kind of 450s now. Not on great volume either, so I'm not excited about BFRI just because of the lack of volume. Whereas Dolphins sold off below the VWAP. Berry's below the VWAP right now. Twitter below the VWAP. Right edge above the VWAP. This is looking nice. It's not enough volume for me to be interested in trading it right now, but it's looking nice. That's just way too small volume, but it's gapping up and it's a decent catalyst. If volume comes into that one at the bell, it could be interesting. Right now, there's no trade. And ATA is waking up. It was testing the break-even levels. So at 565. Trading above. Again, volume is where we're missing at the moment. Nothing with Lex. Up 330s up to 535. Why is this popping up? Look. Lex Bioscience issues an update on human nicotine study. That's why it's popping up. That's from yesterday though. Not today. So where's the news today? Here we go. That's today's news. Xaria's pulmonary hypertension clinical study delivers positive results. That was at 8:45, so that was 10 minutes ago. So yeah, that tallies, that scans. That's why that's moving up. 8:45, you can see there. 8:45, it pops up on that clinical study result. So put that on the watch list for volume to be. Is that the 5-minute chart or the daily chart? I'm showing the 1-minute chart right now, but I'm flicking between the time frames for the benefit of the stream. Can you explain what happens just right before when the bulls have control again? I'm not sure what you mean by that. In which stock? In general, on a particular stock, or on a particular market? What pertaining to which symbol? No. So BFRI halted about 4 or 5 times, four times, at least 4 times. Let's go back to BFRI. It halted at least 4 times yesterday. Right, it's not it. BFRI. Just go back to zoom out. This was BFRI yesterday. This is on the 2-minute time frame. Okay, so it didn't have huge volume or huge range to start off with. Then it popped up on the news. It halted at 349. It resumed at 489. Then it halted up again at 538. It resumed at 612, and it moved down, and it halted down, I think, again. Halted down twice at some stage. Oh, it definitely halted down. Trying to see where it halted down. There was four halts yesterday for BFRI. In fact, I can tell you exactly when they halted. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Let's go from yesterday, which was Wednesday. Had our first trading halt at 10:10. Then we had another trading halt. Well, that's when it resumed. And we had another trading halt at 10:30, so that's 2. Resumed. Trading halt at 10:42. That's 3. And a trading halt at 10:54. So there's 4 trading halts yesterday on BFRI. Yeah, I was right, 4. How's the week going overall? We've had three green days. We want to make that a green week. So if we're just going to be, we've dug a little hole of a $500. I'm not too worried about that right now, but so we're just going to be selective because we want to finish this week green. We want 4 green days in a row. So where is my... I hate it when Windows updates whilst without your knowledge. So this week we are currently stands over 10,000 in profit. So 10,600 in profit so far today. 10,200 if we take away the 400 that we've lost so far. So it's Good Friday tomorrow, Darnie. So the markets are closed. Holiday. Right. Okay. So that's a good question. Okay. So I mentioned the bulls have control, which is where the last candle had little volume, which is why was that? Okay. Totally understand that. So what happened was we had the move up on high volume, and then we had the consolidation candle, which was the first red candle after the huge volume move up, but it was on much lower volume, which basically meant that the sellers were not as big or not as aggressive as the buyers, which meant the bulls were still in control. So then when we get that pullback, we get the pullback to the consolidation area, or the area of support, which in that case I think was $6. Was it Veru that we were looking at? Yeah. So I've got it here. I'll just zoom in so I can show it to you again. What was $16? So what we start to get, we get an increase in volume here. The volume histogram's at the bottom. Okay, we'll get steady increase. Even though we're getting a pullback, it's increasing volume. So that's not saying that the bulls are in control. What's that saying is that more people are trading this. So we're getting people moving, the price is moving up, then it's selling off, then it's moving up again. Now, the key area here, which was as key support resistance level here, was $16. Well, I was waiting for it to break $16 and then confirm it as support. What we got was this initial move up, and you can see that we've got a higher handle, so higher volume on this move up, and then on this break of 16, we've got a higher volume again. Okay, so then when it pulls back, that's the area of consolidation. We've got a small red candle, but we've actually, because all in one, these are all 1 minute time frames. So we've got a small consolidation, a small red candle here, and that tells us that the sellers or the bears are fewer than the bulls right now, because there's less people selling. So it pulls all the way back to this support level of $16, and then the bulls take over again. So it moves back up. You can see the wick comes back and it touches $16, and then it moves back up. So this candle closed at the bottom of the body. So then when this candle opens, it pulls back a little bit before moving back up again. But you can see the volume, the upwards volume here is huge. So we've actually tested the support. So now everybody's buying in at this level. First candle to make a new high, which is this one, and that's where everybody's jumping in, because these patterns, they're not my patterns, they're not my strategies, they're everybody's patterns, they're everybody's strategies. All the day traders are looking for the same pattern breakouts. This is known as a bull flag, and what you get is the little consolidation, the pullback to a area of support, which is the $16, and then we look for the next candle to make a new high, which is this candle here. And as we do, that's when all the volume floods in, everybody starts buying and pushes the price all the way up. So that's why we know the bulls are in control. On my last Veru trade, how many shares did I buy? I bought 1,000 shares. So it's 1,000 shares. So it's 2,000 shares traded. So I bought 1,000, sold 1,000. Well, if you like it so much, if you're happy with that so much PMZ, you know, tap the screen 10 times. I've not even got 1,000 likes. You know, it's like 700 likes on the stream. And yesterday I went live for Power Hour, and I had 2,500 likes in Power Hour, and I've not even got 1,000 likes on this stream yet at all. So I don't know what you guys. I'm giving you gold here. I'm giving you gold here. I'm telling you how to trade the market. I'm telling you what patterns to look. Just because I trade it badly doesn't mean it doesn't work. So that bull flag setup, that pullback there, to the area of support and the breaker, and when you should be entering, as you can see, that's exactly what everybody did. Just because I was chatting to the stream and entered at a late place and then didn't exit when I should have exited, doesn't mean that the strategies and the methodologies that I'm teaching you are not gold, because they absolutely are. So in theory, you get in here for the breaker, so 16, 17, you get in at 17 cents, and then you get out at 35 cents. So you get right there, you get an 18-cent move. If you've got 1,000 shares, that's 180 bucks right there. That's what that should have yielded me, but instead, because I was just messing about on the stream and not paying attention, I'm 460 bucks down. Not a big deal. I'm saying that's not a big deal because once I start paying attention, once we start getting the volume come in, then I'll be a little bit more inclined to make some profits, make some gains. But that was just a slap in the face for me. It was just basically, Tony, pay attention while you're trading, or don't trade. And always believing it's so, Darren. I'll give you my rendition of gold if I get over that 30k mark for this month. I mean, I'm giving you all this for free. I'm not asking you to you know, not asking you to donate anything, or you can buy my course, that's fine, and get direct engagement from me and the community I'm building. But I'm not asking you to. I'm giving this away for free. All this information, all the strategies that I'm trading, it's all free on the internet. Just Google is your friend. It's not a bad day yet, Crypto Boo. Not started yet. Market doesn't open for 20 minutes. Oh, that's what I need to do before the market opens. I will get my beverage of choice ready. Who's on the stream? Who's on the stream? I'll tell you who's on the stream. Darren Johnson, you're in charge of the stream for now. Hey, you just sleep in there? Did I disturb you? Did I run over your tail with my casters on my... Oh, you have to get so close to me though. Oh, you're welcome, Darren. Darren, you've got your first student. Pillowcase wants you to teach them to trade. Absolutely. Only invest what you can afford to lose. Just reiterating what Darren's saying there is that 100% right, is that don't approach the markets with a gambling mindset. Most people do approach the markets with a gambling mindset, and that's why they lose money. 85% of people that invest in the stock market, from a day trading perspective, lose money. If you actually include other instruments, other financial instruments like options and forex and futures, etc., that statistic rises to 95%. So the majority of people lose money, and the reason they lose money is well, there's probably threefold. The first one is they approach the market with a gambling mindset. So they start gambling, looking at jumping on moves that they think are going to go their way. You might be the best trader in the world for about 3 days, and they'll lose it all and give it all back because they'll continue to increase the size and YOLO bets, as it were. So don't have a gambling mindset. Second one is they don't manage the risk. So they hold on to positions thinking it's going to turn around for them, and they find themselves in a losing position, and they'll add to that, and they'll lose more than they should have done by exiting that losing position. You've got to understand that as a trader, you're going to be wrong. You're going to lose money, and it's just about managing what you lose. None of us can predict what the markets are going to do, and sometimes they're just so irrational. I've seen stocks have, Q4 or annual earnings reports, and they'll come out and they've smashed the goals, and they're like 2x earnings and sales reports and sales figures, and the stock plummets. So the market reacts negatively to positive news. And conversely, I've seen the opposite, that somebody on the board has been arrested for embezzlement or something, and then the stock actually takes off. So the markets can stay irrational. They can be irrational and can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So don't try and second guess the markets. They don't care about your feelings. So that's the first. The second part is managing risk is there. And the third part, we looked at approaching it with a gambling mindset, managing risk. Those are the two of the big key parts. But the third one is they don't have a strategy. If you've not got a proven strategy, a written proven strategy to trade the markets with, you're going to lose money. So whether that's a strategy you devise yourself and you document it and you stick to it and you trade that strategy, and you prove it in a simulator, you prove it's profitable for you in a simulator, or whether it's somebody else's strategy. I say somebody else, so you can use my strategy. It's not really my strategy. It's just a tried and tested strategies that I've picked up and learned and adapted for my own mentality, as it were. So you can use those strategies, but you really need a tried and trusted strategy that you can that's going to give you an edge. Whether that's pattern breakouts, whether that's options trading and hedging. Only you decide what your strategy is going to be the best and what time frames you're going to use it on. But most people lose money, and those are the 3 reasons why most people lose money: is that they approach it with a gambling mindset, they don't manage the risk, and they don't have a proven strategy that they can work with. So just be careful, guys. Every day's school day, Darren. Oh, 15 minutes to the bell. I have to say 15 minutes because our brethren from across the Atlantic, the American contingent on here, don't understand what a quarter of an hour. So if we say quarter past something, they're like, what? Say half past something, go, what? It's got to be 9:15 or 9:30. I went on a date once, and it was an afternoon. It was kind of a late lunch, and I went on a date with a girl from Chicago, and I said I'd meet her at 3:30. No, it was 3:30. That was what I said. I'll meet you at 3:30, meaning 3:30. So when I turned up to meet her at 3:30 or 3:30, she wasn't there. So I went round to her place and find out what had happened, and she was livid with me. How dare I stand her up? I'm like, I wouldn't even stand her up. I was actually there about 20 past. So I was there about 3:20 as opposed to 3:30. She turned up at 1:30 or 1:30, thinking 3:30. So she in her head she'd well, what's half of three? Why is he giving me a maths exam to go on a date? She turned up at, what's half of three? It's what, 1.5. So 1.5. That's 1:30. Why is he doing it? Why didn't you just say 1:30? So she's turned up at 1:30, and I've turned up 2 hours later, and she thinks I'm the one that's late. It is absolutely a thing, Metronicom. That's the way we say it. That's the way we say it. I don't know about it, but lucky escape. We patched it up, and we had a good evening that evening. But you know, when I explained the nuances of how we English people say things, and it was a lost in translation thing. She was okay after that, but yeah, she was extremely annoyed that I had the gumption to go round to her place after I'd stood her up, and it's like, what? Yeah, so 3:30, it doesn't go. I kind of understood that afterwards. 3:30 in the States doesn't mean 3:30 in the States. It's 3:30. What you're talking about? 3:30 was 1:30. That was the logic she used, but you know, we laughed about it afterwards. Two nations divided by a common language. I'm watching Rad here. I should have been watching Eru. Just watch for the patterns of the setup. Now, what tends to happen? What I like to do is I like to look at the 1 minute and the 5 minutes simultaneously. Now, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, then you'll see that I've got the 1 minute and the 5 minute set up next to each other. If you're watching on TikTok, you can only see the 1 minute, so I apologize for that. But most people that are watching on TikTok are watching on a phone or on a tablet, and it'd be difficult if I tried to fit all of that onto the very small screen. But the patterns that you see forming on the 5 minute, for example, tend to be more reliable than you'll get them on the 1 minute. You still look for the patterns on the 1 minute, but if you see a pattern forming on the 5 minute, you look for the confirmation on the 1 minute, and vice versa. See a pattern forming on the 1 minute, and you've got the same pattern forming on the 5 minute, it's got a higher likelihood to work and be reliable. So the higher the time frame, the more reliable the pattern breakouts tend to be. Just the same. Living outside. Hoping to move into my new place this weekend, but still not ready. I was there yesterday, raising hell why it's not ready. It's already late. So what happens when you buy something off plan? Never ready on time. Is info on StockTwits a reliable source, do you think? Is info on Twitter? I'll turn it around and I'll make it a wider question. Is info on Twitter a reliable source, do you think? It might be. Look, most people, I totally agree. Hey Shando, welcome back. I totally agree with that it's maybe not an American thing, it might have been just her, but I kind of found it amusing, the logic that she applied to what 3:30 was. But the fact that she'd actually applied the logic and done the math in her head and got ready for 1:30, I thought I had to have a giggle at least anyway. Yeah, no, absolutely, but it's the same, it's Twitter. It's Twitter in general. So you do get a lot of good information. basically you take everything with a pinch of sauce. Everything you actually quite a good idea, but you take everything with a pinch of salt. It depends on the source. So check it out and do your due diligence. So if something comes up on Twitter, whether it's stock Twitter or whatever it is, and you think, oh, that's interesting, do your due diligence. The only thing that you should do on Twitter, you should never act based on somebody saying something on Twitter. If it's of interest or you find it interesting, the only thing you should do is check it out and do your own research. It's a catalyst for you to actually look into it. That's all it is. Because very, very quickly, and Google is your friend, and it doesn't matter whether it's Google or DuckDuckGo or Yahoo, whatever search engine you choose, you can quite very quickly get to the bottom of whether it's legitimate or not. Somebody, actually, I'll do a video on that later, just for TikTok, because it's quite funny. Somebody slid into my DMs and was trying to get me to sign up to their Ponzi scheme. Is probably the best way of describing it. It was definitely a scam, at least anyway. And they were saying that they have this platform for crypto, and you put at least $100 into it, and it guarantees you at least 5% per day. And I'm like, really? You're going to not do anything, put 100 quid into this? And I said, so you're a millionaire now? Oh, that was it. She says, I've been doing this for 8 months now, and I've earned a lot of money. I went, oh, so you've earned $1 million? You're a millionaire now. You've earned millions. And she went, no, not yet. I said, well, do the maths. 5% a day over 8 months. When that compounds, you'll have about 1.7 million. Why are you not a millionaire? If this is not a scam, why are you not a millionaire? And then she started trying to deflect and change the thing. I'm not on the right level. I said, oh, right. So what you're saying is the people above you are on the right level. So it's a pyramid scheme then. And she's like, no. Eventually she blocked me. But I've still got the conversation. So I'll put that in a thing later, because it was just kind of funny. Just be careful. A lot of people that think they know what they're talking about, the flashing big gains, the driving Lamborghinis, and what they've done is they've rented a B&B in a nice apartment complex for a weekend. They've hired a Lamborghini for an afternoon, and they're taking photographs and creating some media, and they haven't a clue what they're talking about. And just be careful who you listen to. That's all I'm saying. Well, Jack, I totally agree with you. But what I would say is, what isn't a pyramid? When you think about it, let's have a look at a corporate business. So the last company that I worked for had a CEO, and he had a number of C-level people reporting into. I think six official directors of the business reporting into him. Each one of those had about 10 to 12 people reporting into them in terms of directors, and I was one of those. And I had 15 people reporting into me. So as we go further down the chain in terms of management structure, it's getting more and more and more people. So that's just a corporate business. Is that not a pyramid? In reality, it is. The likelihood is that if you are earning a salary, you're in a pyramid scheme. You're in a pyramid scheme. If you're earning a salary, you're in some kind of pyramid scheme. Well, the Nasdaq's just gone green on the day, and the S&P's trying. It flickered green for a second. It's and then pull back, but it's there or thereabouts. I can have a look at PBTS for you. My thoughts on it. This is only my thoughts, not financial advice. I don't try penny stocks, so I can give you my my thoughts on it. I'll look at it on the daily, on the hourly, and then the daily. So having a good day pre-market today, so it's currently 30% up on the day. Good volume too. So if you've got a small account with no leverage, this could be a stock worth looking into. Let me just check out what the catalyst here is driving this. PowerBridge. PowerBridge Technology reports its smart monitoring platform was included in a list of preferred choice for public procurement within the city of Zhuhai City, China. Okay, so that's why that was yesterday. That's why it's gapping up today. It's continuation from that catalyst yesterday. Key data, 70 million flow. Oh, yeah, we're a minute away from the open. It's going to change all the scanners over to regular market now. I can't even say that word, Jack. A hierarchy. You say it for me. Okay, 10 seconds. Locked in a little bit of gains there. Get out for the rest. Break even. Okay, that's happy. 200 bucks for that one. That was Rad. That was the first one I looked at that moved up. Beru sold off. Twitter sold off. Dolphin is slow. 8 is making a move to the upside, but Rad was the top gapper, so right. Okay, well we made 200 on that, so we're 260 down on the day. Look at what else is moving. Scanners need to update. Wait a second. Need at least a minute to a couple of minutes to update. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Shando. Hope you find her. Dolphin looking. I want Dolphin above. No. Market. The VWAP. So I want that above the VWAP. 470 on Dolphin. Really. Okay. Bad. got our high, that, opening high, and good, good, through selling off. Twitter off. Guess they didn't accept Elon's offer then. We're back in just a second. Would you like a treat? Okay, so we've got 3,300 likes. I'm going to give you one treat now, and if I can get to 4,000 likes, ask the TikTok people if you deserve a second treat, okay? There you go. Does she deserve a second treat? Need to get me to 4,000 likes, she can have another treat. They're depriving you now. Sit. Sit. Go sit. Right. They get me to 4,000 likes, you can have that. Okay? Right, dolphin. Cat. Cat's moving up on the scanners. Did say that this is one of the NFT stocks that we're talking about. Moving in sympathy with Dolphin. Unfortunately, that's if the way around that with Robinhood is have a cash account. You can trade as much as you want in a cash account. You only get hit with issues with Robinhood and the PDT rule if you're trading on margin. What software do I use to day trade? Dash Trader. Well, this is Dash Trader. No, Veru's making a move. 1525. I've mapped that out. I haven't mapped that out. That was a key level. Zoom out. Yeah, 1525 was a key support level. Now it's going to be a resistance level. So there's no rush. Just remember this, guys. There's no rush to take a trade. We're kind of 7 minutes into the market, 8 minutes into the market. Yesterday we didn't take a trade till after 10 a.m. market time. So it took us about 35 minutes before something popped up that was worth trading, and then it went against us, which was Veru yesterday. So just be careful and just be patient. So that's another key factor around, not quite at 4,000 yet, you can have it later. So that's another key factor around why people lose money. They're just not patient. Just be patient. 8 is going green on the day. Got a little bit of day there. 75. Quite the higher day, but psychological level. So I wouldn't buy at 73 because this high is currently 73. So I wouldn't buy at 73 or 74 because you've got the 75 psychological level. Quarter, half, and whole dollars are very psychological in the trading world. So just be careful with that. So this is software. It's not the broker. It's the broker that has the issue with the PDT. If you're in North America with a North American broker, you're going to have to adhere to the PDT rule. So the way to get around the PDT, there's two main ways of getting it, three ways of getting around the PDT rule. The first way is to have more than 25k in your account. No PDT rule. The second way is to trade a cash account. If you're trading on margin, you're subject to the PDT rule. If you've got less than 25k, let's say you've got 10k, you trade 10k cash account. You can trade 5k today, 5k tomorrow, because the thing with the cash account is you're subject to the T+2 settlement rule. So then you have 5k each day to trade with, but you're not getting leverage. So that's not ideal with a small account. You really want an account which has got leverage. So the third way, and which is the way that I would recommend, is trade with an offshore broker like Capital Markets. So you go with Capital Markets, you get a software platform like this, and you trade with someone like Capital Markets or another offshore broker, and they're not subject, because they're not based in the US, they're not subject to the PDT, implementing the PDT rule. For those of you in Europe or outside of the US who are wondering what the hell am I talking about, the PDT rule is the pattern day trading regulation within North America, within the USA. And what that means is that the regulations will only allow you to make 4 day trades. And the definition of a day trade is a round trip within the day. So you buy and sell within the same day. They'll only allow you to do that 4 times within a given week if you don't have an equity position of $25,000 or more in your margin account. Oh, here we go. Want your treat now? Here you go. Want it? You got your 4,000 likes. There you go. That was nice. That was so gentle. Good girl. Thanks, Earth. Dolphins sold off. All the gappers sold off. That's not good. Everybody's making another move up. Oh, I missed that. Opening range. Breakout. We're getting this resistance at $16 again. 16 was a key, is a key level, was a key level. Look at that rejection at $16. 75-cent rejection. Wow. That's got to be painful. No, a whole dollar rejection. $1.30 if you take the top of the wick. And some. Oh, it's just, someone's unloading big size there. Ouch. That's got to be halted down. 1406, yeah, that's a halt. That's got to be a halt. Downwards halt. Someone's unloading big size there. Yeah, that's halted. 47 halted down. That's painful. Well, I'm glad I wasn't in that. So I looked at this opening range high for 1575, but we had the level at 16 there for the break. So we got this huge volume stick for the break of 16, and then it's pulled back, and somebody's just basically got it break 16, holding bags probably, and then just sold off, or maybe they're taking profit. They've just sold off. It's not on the short sale restriction, so it might be somebody shorting it. But that's big size, that. So that candle was 1.7 million shares traded on that candle, and 2.3 million shares traded on that one. So between the two of them, 4 million shares in 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. It's doji. That's a big warning sign for anybody that was trading this up and then it pulls back and you get this doji. That was your cue. That was your cue to get out, because dojis are historically, what you'll find with dojis, in following a trend in a particular direction, and you get a doji like that, it usually means it's a change in sentiment. So if you see a doji, if you're riding something up and then you get a doji candle like that on a pullback, get out. That's your exit indicator. Just sell your position. If it moves up, you can always get back in, but more often than not, they will reverse on you. Same with if you're shorting and you get a doji to the bottom side, it's a good indicator that sentiment is changing. Huge profit taking there. I mean, when we look at, it's gone red on the day actually. Oh, Lex, up next. Oh, it halted up. Let's have a look at Lex. Seven's level. Well, that marked out, funny enough. This is the one with the nicotine study. LEXX. Nice. Oh. Absolutely. If you're not careful, a move like that can blow up your account 100%. And big size with it. This is good capital. I figured this was good capital. It's selling off. Huge. Holding through this. This is bad risk management. This is very poor risk management. Not sold yet. Stock. The problem with small float stocks, they can be fairly volatile. Almost halted downwards. Didn't really want a day like this today. What's that? What time? Volume coming in there for the break of new high. Funny. Beneath the view upwards, very consistent. Started this day 14,000 in equity, taking a stupid position with this one, put me potentially 4,000 down on it. Just a stop at 390, where we eventually. big size with the volume. Huge volume kit. Big size for the test of for the break for the highs. Went against me. But hey, look, that happens. They start to make a move upwards on this catalyst. It's a good catalyst. So, Lexaria's pulmonary hypertension clinical study delivers positive results. You'd think that the market would be awash with that. But like I said, the market can be irrational longer than I can stay solvent. I've got this hard stop at 390. Everything's gone at 390. I just hope the guys on Wall Street don't hear that. Let's sell off till 390. Get it above VWAP, so we'll get it, if it can get above 420, I think it will climb back up and test those highs, but otherwise we'll be on a red day here today. Didn't really want a $5 red day. This is about risk management, and taking big size with a small account is not risk management, guys. So I have a tendency to be aggressive with my sizing in the first half an hour of market open. It's not ideal if you want to keep your account. Give that stop to. Only making its way up. So we lost four grand we've lost. The $4 we made yesterday and the day before, we've just given it back to the market. That's we've been trading with a 10 grand account at the beginning of the week. We're still trading with a 10 grand account, so that's put us back a couple of days. Now we need to look for that's going in our direction. But the key here is not to get complacent. Where would that put me on the week? About 2 grand. Week. Yeah, that's not too bad. We were 6 grand up this week, so we're still going to be green on the week. That's all right. I'm not too worried about that. Always zoom out. Don't take big size if you can't afford it. Base hit. What's ATA doing? Top gapper. Who want? And this top gapper on the day. Already traded, already cycled its shares. Already traded 12 million shares today, and it's only just over 5 million float, so it's cycled its shares over 3 times over already. It's where the trading interest is. Break even. Breaks. That's right. There we go. Stopped us out. We didn't lose anything on that trade. Just trying to scale in, but it pulled back, so we didn't lose anything on that trade, at least. The main thing. 397 is the hold down. Oh. Just moving up. Well, we'll see. So that $4 range, it seems to be holding as support, but we'll see. Best entry price for ATA, $6. Seems it holds $6. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I would be looking for that test of $6 as support and then move up this candle to make a high. What else is moving? Nothing at the moment. X is the top one. Where all the volume is. Not right now though. Bit of a laptop. Volume colourful. See how the small candles there in terms of the volume compared to when it's sold off. Watching holding that $4 level. It's not moving up above 420. Wetted up to a bit of a red to green move. Up to towards 48. Lex is breaking below 4, tapping below 4, but if it closes below 4. Beg your pardon. Okay, so we've got two that are gapping up above that 15% level so far. Peru's trying to read on the day. I'm glad I've got the music on. This is not the most enthralling or entertaining of streams. It's If any of you guys seen those streams on TikTok on the FYP or whatever it is, that it's just some girl lying down and shaking a booty or something. I'm like, what are you doing? Anything to make money, I guess. That extravaganza is. Not a huge, not a busy stream. Pulling off now. I'm looking at 5 minutes. 19 is the next candle to buy on the 5 minute. Realistically, we want to be buying 420. 24% up on the day. We've not had a parabolic mover today as such. Same way we did with previous days. There's plenty of time. Only 40 minutes into the market. I can't believe we're only 40 minutes into the market open. Feels like I've been trading for an hour already. Long weekend effect. Well, get the long weekend effect when I get the long weekend. It still doesn't start till tomorrow. What am I trading? Not trading anything at the minute. I'm just waiting for an entry. I'm not trading anything at the minute. The volume on Lex right now. Where is the volume? Data. Guru's going green on the day. The bullish. Like 15 and break this 1525 level, which I called out earlier. That's very bullish. Bad. Pulled off. Downward. The view up. Many underneath the view up. Off. I was going to do a red to green, but it rejected at the view up. It is the one. Although Beru's getting a bit of momentum there. Just break the V-back, tested as support, and then Oh, there's these stocks. A week per day, I have a 5% minimum target for on a daily basis. That's what I look for um, when I'm trading. I look for a 5% gain on a small account. And at the end of each month, any profits, I take them off. So I'm usually starting a month with about $30,000. So that would be like $1,500 daily. Start off with, but I try and average. I've set myself a goal of $5,000 target profit every day. I'm nowhere near that this month. Dead on the month. That's the point. Take risk here. Up at break even now. Take the view up. Back. Got in for a starter position at 1460 to, and I've already got a stop at 1460. Gets rejected by the VWAP. So this is going to be a scratch trade if I get stopped out. I want to see it take the VWAP and then test it as support, and then I've got a bit of a cushion I can play with. It's rejected at the VWAP, and it's just a scratch trade. Scratch trade. So that didn't cost us anything. Wait now for retest the VWAP. This Veru, you not see that on the screen? There's the VERU. 1 minute. Read it or not? There's Veru on the screen. I can see it on my phone. We got faked out there. We broke the VWAP, but back and right off the volume. The lack of volume here. Tremendous. Dolphins back up, trying to get above the VWAP. $14.60. Okay. If Veru is gonna come. the VWAP. Using the VWAP as a resistance. Break above the VWAP, then retest it. 76. The TikTok, the YouTube audio not the same as the TikTok one, is it not? What about Twitch? What we're looking for. That. Nope. I halted up. Nice. And 1570. Okay. But I'm live. I am live. All right. Okay. So you get to you get the commentary before you actually get the trade. So the trade here is, so I'm in for 4,000 shares. My average cost now is 1571. We're currently up at 1634. We just moved up huge on Veru. It's into a halt up. I'm seeing a resumption at 1650, so it looks like it's going to gap up slightly. That halted at 22. No, 20. It should resume at 10:27 market time. Okay, whilst I'm waiting for that, and hopefully it'll gap up a lot higher than 1650, but we'll see. You up? Oh, nice. Put the dollars. Okay. No, I'll probably get about 10, 15 viewers on Twitch. I don't use Twitch. I don't advertise on Twitch. All I do is broadcast on Twitch. So I've not actually promoted the channel at all. I really should open the channel up for raids, and that way anybody that's got a decent following on Twitch can send their stuff over to my channel. But I don't understand Twitch. I'm an old fogey, you know. I'm Gen X. I'm not Gen Z. So unfortunately, Twitch is a Gen Z thing. Millennials, some millennials get it, but most of us Gen Xers don't understand Twitch at all. Make some profit off at resumption, I think. Hey, baby. Well, if you like Twitch, I thought you was on YouTube. We Gen Xers, we understand YouTube, we understand Facebook. You know, even on here on TikTok, we're told that we're too old. But hey, look, we're here doing it. Thirty seconds for the resumption. Oh, time now. Nice fill. But it's 1675. This is going well. I like this. Locked in some more profits. 1650 our average cost now. I'll get out at, I'm gonna lock this down to 1658. Okay. Oh. Happy days. We're green on the day again. Not a huge green day, but Very's just bailed us out. Look for another entry. $17.50. I could see a green resumption, Jack. I could see a green resumption. But I can't add to the position while it's halted. That's the thing. 1750 is the high of day now. Let me just look at my trading view from last year. Meru. Yeah, so we've got resistance up at 1850. Kind of $18, 1850. That's we had support at $18, got resistance at dollars now. I'm looking for a break of 1750. No, I couldn't place a pending order during that halt, Jack. What I had was I placed my stop before we went into the halt. I could move my stop. It doesn't actually do anything during the halt, but when the halt resumes, my stop then becomes active. Because I had the order already placed, I'm able to move it on the chart. And all it does is when it resumes, it updates on the market. So there wasn't any orders placed during the halt. I just was able to move my stop. That's all. And you saw that on, you obviously saw that on YouTube because I was doing that on the 5-minute chart. $17.20. I'm kicking myself now. Taking that Lex trade. I'm $4,000 up now. Patience is a virtue, as they say. So we're green on the day. So we're green on the week. We're finishing green. Not finished yet though. Half an hour on the stream. How many likes do we have? 5,000 likes. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah, absolutely a good turnaround. I don't want to have to keep turning around though. That's why I'm kicking myself, because we should be $4,000 up now. Should have cut my losses on that Lex trade, and I'll probably go into more detail on that. It's just, and I said, like, I went big size and didn't manage my risk accordingly. So do as I say, not as I do. That was a perfect example of how not to trade a small cap stock that's volatile. And where is Lex now? It's moving up again, I think. Oh. Yeah, and again, in hindsight, if I'm looking at this on the, we just held that for $4. Would have taken, what's in my loss there? Hold that and move back up. Go figure. Flex. Where's Dolphin getting on? What else is moving? Peru. Peru and Lex are the ones that are giving us a bit of momentum at the moment. Right, now it's broke above the VWAP. I want to see it pull back to the VWAP, attach to the support and move. Get a VWAP bounce. We've actually got. Add that. Still. Make a starter for break of that handle there. Get out. Closing this. break 450. Back 450. Take out twice there. $15 is very, very important on the stock. Back at kind of on the 5-minute chart. See how $16 is how important it is. Distance here, support here, support, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. $16 is extremely important. So best it's support here and here. That it's worthwhile. I want to see that. An increase in volume for the move up. Don't mind this pullback. One is a huge extension bar on the 5-minute, and then we've had one red candle. So I don't mind this one green candle. Looking at 2 minutes away from a new candle. 5-minute. I have that in 36. So guys, has anybody got any plans for the long weekend? Any good plans for the long weekend? What are we doing? Trading crypto all weekend, or what are you doing? Oh, Alistair's taking a trip across the Atlantic of a shopping spree, but so. Here's 37. What we're looking at. 1637. Next green candle to make a new high on the 5-minute. I have that green candle 36, so yeah, 37. consolidating sideways, falling below that $16, which is not right. Read a day trading book, absolutely. What you planning on buying, pillowcase? That tends to be most stocks. TikTok #1 fan. You don't mind volatile stocks like that because you can take advantage of the moves. I look at where we were on close of business last Friday. We were kind of just over $4. So this stock opened, closed on Friday, 4.35. It opened on Monday at 5.99. Currently trading at nearly $16. So, you know, it's run up. It's held most of its gains, so it's very, very strong. Very strong at the moment. Oh, it is a big game this weekend. This weekend will decide whether Liverpool are still on with the quad or whether they're looking at a treble, whatever. I don't want it to start finding resistance at $16, which it's doing right now. $37 still bigger for me. Well, it's been up. Let me have a look at my trading view. It's been up as high as the all-time highs on Veru are 24.57. So if it gets to 25, wow. But then say, you know, Alpuno, when did we ever listen to analysts? I mean, if analysts know what they're talking about, I mean, come on. When have analysts ever known what they're talking about? Didn't analysts say Bitcoin was a scam? Yeah. Learn how to do your own technical analysis, and that way, and the fundamental analysis as well. If you want to listen to analysts, I could go on one of these news shows and just spout a load of drivel, and people. The thing is, you spout your drivel as long as you spout it with authority, people believe what you say. Learned that a long time ago. 27, 28's the number. Was it Warren Buffett, Cathie Wood, and then me? Wait to the trigger then. 28. I missed 12 cents. Stop that. Quickly got me losing a lot more money. Can't win them all. That puts us red on the day, so we need to find another one to do it. And I think this is the one that's going to do it for us. I was right at the point. I said 28. Get in at 28. Oh, 25% move. 27% move. An idiot. Well, I should have placed the order instead of waiting for the trigger. Just talking to myself as usual. 16 is proving to be a good support level. What else is it? Lexi's sideways, 25% up on. Not really done anything. Behave yourself, you. I don't know what you're doing in that hallway. Mange or something. Biting on your tail. Got mange. Look at that. Are you? See, crap, Phil. I don't believe that. That's what you get when you put a market order. It just fills you at stupid levels. Push the button there at 16 and it fills me at bloody 1580s. 20 cents just from a market order, from a bad fill. I hate bad fills. That's why I don't place market orders. That's why you don't place market orders. Fucking. Yeah, 8 is moving up. Who's got the volume though? Even it filled me there. That was just shocking. If anyone on YouTube saw that fill, why did the order go in when it wasn't even at that price? That's just shocking. I'd with that now. Cost me £2 grand. Grand of that. Paid yourself. Well off on Beirut too. Break upwards on the sold off. You up now? That is. Has to keep identifying these key levels. 1525 needs to hold. Yeah, that's it. No, I can't. I can't do that because basically, when you place a market order, what they commit to is getting you the best possible fill, and then they fill you at whatever rate they want to fill you at in effect, whatever someone will buy at. But when you get a limit order, I should have had a limit. I should have put the limit order in there, put a market order in there. My own fault. Break 16, we could go back up to kind of 1630, isn't it? Break 16. Hold this, we've got the stop in there at 1570. Our average cost is 1564, so stage. Don't want to be swinging for the fences every trade. Base hits. Yeah, I looked into it. It looks like it's a Carndale boy. I've not seen you since. The red volume bars are the volume bars on a downwards move, and the green volume bars are the volume bars on a upwards move. That's the difference, Tony. You look at the candles, red volume bars, green candles, green volume bars. It doesn't make any difference, it's just the shares traded, but a downwards momentum or an upwards momentum. I'm just holding it 1574 at the minute. We've got 10 cents on this one right now. Let's see this move upwards. Oh. There we go, we got stopped out. That's okay. Small base hits. The next candle to make a new high. The next high is 8. There's Lex at the minute. Reached the high. 450. Do it. 12% now. Good. going to continue trading for a bit longer, but I'm going to end the stream here. It's 4 o'clock. And we're back at it on Monday. It's a long weekend. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Enjoy your long weekend. And I'll see you soon. TikTok's gone off on anyway. Figured.